Super Mario 64. Not a lot can be said about this game that hasn't been said by countless other YouTubers in the past. Super Mario 64 is one of my all-time favorite games of all time. And I really feel this way in a passionate sense. Let me take you down to 1997. I was 5 years old when this game came out, Super Mario 64. One of my all-time favorite greats. And I remember picking it up with my first Nintendo 64, Christmas time, 1997. One of my all-time favorite years. And one of my all-time favorite days. I remember I picked it up, wrapped it out of the wrapping paper, slipped it into my new Nintendo 64 that I just plugged into my brand new Panasonic TV CRT. One of my all-time favorite TVs sets. And what I remember being a young adolescent, young kid. I remember being a young kid opening up Super Mario 64, wrapping it out on the wrapping paper for the first time, and slipping it into my Nintendo 64 that I got in 1997, one of my all-time favorite years. And I remember slipping it in for the first time, and I remember flicking it on. I remember turning it on once I plugged it into my brand new Panasonic TV CRT set. I remember flicking it on. I remember turning it on once I set everything up with my father, who was 1997 at the time. And I remember flicking it on, and I'll never forget the first time that I saw Mario's face come up. And it's an experience that has been experienced by countless other YouTubers in the past, but it meant something to me. It really meant something to me. Super Mario 64, one of my all-time favorite games from 1997. Not a lot can be said about this game that hasn't already been said by so many other YouTubers. You start out as Mario, and you run through the game, continuing as Mario, and it's one of those games that will stand the test of time, and it will stand 1997.